And I would like to, oh, I goofed. Kayla was supposed to do that first, but she knew I was filling time, right? So she just hit record. So I would like to open our time together by sharing our mission statement. And I think that James can put it on the screen. James is in the booth this morning. We so appreciate him. We are blessed to have these AV guys that keep us moving here. So he has just put our mission statement on the screen, and I know Penny and Kayla have done that in the Zoom room. So let's speak this, and if you have never heard it before, you might just want to listen to it. It's something that we really are doing our best to embody in the world. You ready? Let's go. We are an inclusive spiritual community where we recognize and express our oneness with our Creator and all creation. And now let's join together to sing a song. It's called Sanctuary. And it reminds us to be a sanctuary for our own hearts, because we can be pretty hard on ourselves, can't we? And to be sanctuaries for each other's hearts. Love, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Love, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. One more time. Love, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. A sanctuary for you. Let's welcome Reverend Elizabeth.
I'm going to take a moment to take you all in. So many beautiful expressions of the divine right here and here. And all of you in Zoom, hello, I see you. Oh, what a blessing that we can be here in community, right? A blessing to know that we belong with like-minded people. So join me as we begin in prayer. Prayer is the foundation of the unity movement. Prayer changes lives, transforms us. And all it takes is one breath to center ourselves. So let's take a breath. As we allow ourselves to be fully here. I am here. I am here for spirit this morning. I am here to know the truth of who I am and celebrate it. I am here because I am a blessing, and I'm here to receive blessings and be a blessing. And now as you take another breath, come to your heart space and visualize a beautiful light and just beam it out as we fill this entire space with light. And those of you in Zoom too, wherever you are, let your light shine as we create a vortex of love and light this morning. And we rejoice in the one presence, the one power that we are. And we give thanks for everyone serving this morning. And we give thanks for transformation, awakening, healings. And we give thanks that we are fully here. And for this and so much more, we say, thank you, sweet Spirit. And so it is.
Thank you, Reverend Elizabeth. Isn't it wonderful to have her here in person with us? I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Wow, Connie, that's one of my favorite songs. Can we give her another hand of applause? Oh my God. I mean, I'm teary-eyed just listening to that. I feel so much gratitude this morning. My heart is so full. How are you feeling the love that is in this room this morning? Are you feeling it? We are blessed. And one of the blessings that I want to acknowledge is belonging. Belonging. You know, the latest research says that one of the things to keep us healthy and happy is knowing that we belong. So belonging to a community, a spiritual community that knows, that absolutely knows that everyone that walks through that door is whole and complete. They might not know it yet, but everyone is divine. Look around, just look to the person next to you, you know, and just see what your community is. So many beautiful expressions of the divine. So yes, I feel very grateful to be here with you today. And I'd like to begin by acknowledging the board of directors that keep this community going and have been keeping it going, without having a minister and during liminal times, COVID times. I don't have to go on and on to know, what it has been like the last few years. So, and the work that they do behind the scenes. You don't even know how much work they do. So if you are serving on the board right now, please stand. Take a moment to stand. Stand. Let's acknowledge them. And I know that James is back there also serving as in our AV today. Now, remain standing for a moment because I also want to acknowledge those that I see that are right here in this room that have also served on the board just in the time that I've been here. Our previous board president is right here. Susan, please stand. And there is Jeff. They also. And there is Marlene. Yeah. And there's Don back there that I know he also served. And I want to share something with you. When you hear serving in the board, you go, oh, not me. But I'm telling you, they give selflessly, but they receive so much more because it is such an opportunity for growth, right? And transformation. It is. So if you are ready to wake up and transform your life, consider, listen, just ask in your heart, is this right for me now? Am I ready? And if you hear a yes, follow the calling because, there will be elections coming soon, the next year. Because can you believe this year is almost over? Right? We're in September already. I also want to acknowledge that a few days ago, September 15th, began the month of Hispanic Heritage Month, which, I didn't know that it's been already 30 years that is being celebrated. It is national, and it is about the recognition of Hispanic Americans in our country. And there are over 20 countries that speak Spanish that are also part of, and everybody has a different culture. And they all contribute to who we are. And this year's theme, I love it because it's so in alignment with Unity's theme, and it's inclusivity. I wrote it down somewhere so I couldn't forget. It's inclusivity for a strong nation. I love that inclusivity, that we could see the divine in so many forms, in so many shapes. Yeah. And one more thing. Today, did you know, is the last Sunday in the summer? Summer's going to be gone. This year has gone very fast. And Thursday, I believe, begins autumn. Yeah. And autumn equinox is such a powerful time. I mean, it's my favorite season of the year, where you could see the leaves changing and everything begins to change. And today we could even feel the cool air. I mean, I appreciate it a lot coming from Florida. So it's also a time to reflect on our lives. It's a wonderful time to really do an inventory of the year and really look at, has my life been on purpose on this year? Am I really focused on what matters for me? Do I need to make some adjustments? Now, one thing keep in mind, we do this with extreme self-love. Don't be hard on yourself. This whole process of awakening has to be done with so much love and self-care, because we are usually the worst enemies on ourselves. We beat ourselves up. I shouldn't, I could have, I would have, and watching our self-talk, really looking at, no, this is not my truth, and coming back to our center and really affirming who we are, the powers that lie within us. The divine is in each and every one of us. In Unity, it's called the Christ presence. In India, it's called the Atma. The Buddhists call it our Buddha nature. It is beingness itself is right where we are. We are the light of the world, as Connie was singing today. And so we want our light to be turned on no matter what. It's the same thing. We have cell phones, right? but they don't really work if we don't plug them in. So we got to be aware of our divinity and bring it forth into our humanity so that we also embrace our humanity so that there's no such thing as bypassing. You know what spiritual bypassing means? Spiritual bypassing means that we could be with a heavy heart. We could feel depressed. We could feel the heaviness of the world right now. And we're saying, oh, it's all good. I'm divine. Everything is wonderful. That is the truth. Everything is wonderful. It's a wonderful world. But I'm experiencing this and I have to name it and I have to really breathe through it and work through that too. So it's almost like 1 foot fully aware of who I am divine as a divine being and also fully aware with compassion with this human existence. So that we tell the truth to ourselves, so that we are authentic in whatever it is that we may be experiencing. Yes, I am divine and all is well. And I'm having this right now. And then we don't judge it. We just meet it with love and loving kindness. We don't feed it either. We don't feed it with continuing the story of, because we could go down that rabbit hole of being a victim or, because if you're having a human experience, you have all these limiting thoughts. And the thing is not giving them power. But the moment that you're caught up in it, acknowledge that. And then maybe ask for prayer. Ask that someone holds that truth for you. Give yourself loving kindness. Go out for a walk in nature. Do something different to change the energy. Sometimes putting on music and dancing, laughing is good medicine. Whatever we can do to come back to our center, but being aware of whatever we may be experiencing. That's staying awake. The blessed and abundant life is an invitation to be fully present to our experience. While we know that experiences come and go, we can't really hold on to anything in life, can we? And that is one of the teachings in the autumn. This fall, you will see the leaves changing. I know that the aspen trees begin to have beautiful colors, everything changes. But after a while, those leaves, what happens with them? They start falling and the leaves fall. And then winter comes along and there is a time for every season. And if we want to be aware of this wonderful life, we also have to trust and have faith that everything is working for us, not against us, and we go with the flow of life. Let's affirm, I am blissfully blessed. Let's say that together. I am blissfully blessed. Feel. And yes, there is so many blessings here and now when we are in tune with spirit, when we are plugged in. I have a friend whose husband has this classic car, and that is his baby. He adores his car and is always working on it, and he's so proud of his car. And when he's feeling great, he'll show you everything about his car, and he's just, that's his baby and his pride. But when he is down and not feeling good and in a low mood, he'll tell you that is just taking all his money, and that car, that is one thing after the other, and that it's a friction between him and his wife, and he can go on and on. Now, has the car changed? No, absolutely not. The car is the same. What changes is his perception. So what is ours to do? Clean our perceptions all the time. Clean the windows of perception, which reminds me of this couple that had just moved into this new house, and they were in the kitchen and they were having breakfast, and the woman looks outside and she goes to her husband, I can't believe, look at those people. Look at the clothes that they're hanging on the on the hanging there is how dirty they are. Look how dirty that house is. And every day she would complain and complain and complain. Then one day she sits there and she goes, "Oh my God, look, they cleaned the house, they cleaned the clothes, everything is so clean." And the husband says, "Honey, I cleaned the windows." It's never about the outside world. It's never about other people, places, things. It's all in us. What needs to change is our perception. That's why I love what Rumi says, stay awake. Don't go back to sleep. The awakening is easy. The thing is, how do we live the truth that we know? How do we live the truth that we know? That it is a wonderful life when our windows of perception are clean. When our windows of perception are dirty, ooh, that can be a very dark place. And in those moments of dark places, that's when we have to be very compassionate with ourselves. Awakening and living fully is really opening to all polarities and not judging everything as good or bad or this or that, because that's what's happening in this field of duality. But staying clear, more centered, that single eye that can look beyond appearances. While we don't ignore the appearances, that's the paradox. That's the paradox. We meet whatever arises with loving kindness, with compassion, fully showing up. And then count your blessings. If we're ever down, taking a moment to just pray and center ourselves, okay, I'm feeling this is going on. I know this is not the truth of who I am, because when you're down in the dumps and not willing to meet your feelings, it's almost like spiritual constipation. You close up and it needs to open. You need to release, to let go, And then until you could feel that peace, so you could feel that peace that passes all understanding, and know, And then the moment you do so, then impossible becomes I am possible. If you're going through a challenge or a situation that you haven't figured out how to resolve, taking the time to just center ourselves and going for a walk again, go for a hike, do something different. Get your mind off the problem, and then you will see how spirit always will guide you. Listen to your energy, listen to your intuition, listen to what is arising. And then when a vision comes along, when you're passionate about something, go for it. Trust and know that the way will be shown, because there's infinite abundance all around us, infinite intelligence all around us. And sometimes we just have to do something different. I feel very grateful and very blessed that I just spent a whole week on a windjammer going through the Amalfi Coast in Italy. And it was amazing. It was really amazing. And it was amazing that I also met wonderful people. And it was an opportunity also, because I was invited to lead meditations and a workshop on the cruise ship. And so I did my workshop, which I'm passionate about, which is mastering the art of presence, which and it was wonderful. But I want to share with you about one of the people that I met there. I met so many wonderful people, but this man really, his story impressed me very much. And there was that connection, that heart-to-heart connection. He said, we're a tribe. I was also with another unity minister from New York, and it was like, that was our tribe. And we prayed together and we had a lot of fun. And I can even share his name because his story is public. He's done a couple of TED Talks. His name is J.D. Lewis. And he had a tragic childhood. And I'm not going to go into that. And then he went into acting. And after that, he really realized he was really a good acting coach. So he created the Actors Lab, which is right now the #1 acting studio in the country. And he has some in Beverly Hills and Palm Springs and many places. And then at one point of his life, because of the childhood that he had, he felt he wanted to adopt children. And he was a single man. He adopted 2 boys. And this was before his career had taken off or anything. So it's not that he had all this means. So he adopted 2 boys and moved to North Carolina to raise the boys. And then he started the Actors Lab and so forth. And then when his eldest son, was about 11 or 12, he told him, you know, we have so much to be grateful for. We have such a blessed life. I think we need to give back. That came from a child. And he went to sleep that night, JD went to sleep that night, and he got an idea, and a divine idea popped to him, and it came like this: 12 by 12. 12 countries in 12 months. And it came so clear to him. And I'm saying this because there's no lack of divine ideas. Charles Fillmore says that divine ideas are God's currency. They're everywhere. It's like, do we follow them when they come to us? So he got that, and then he sat the children down the next day and he said, how would you like to take a year off from school and travel the world, living a month in 12 different countries so where we can do service? And of course they said, yes. And so here he is with no money to do this, but he had a dream. And so he followed through, he got together with the head of the Peace Corps, who gave him at least an initial way to start with the 12 countries that they suggested, from Africa to all the way almost in Antarctica, India. 12 countries were given to him. Then he opened the way with corporations and so forth that supported him. He started doing a podcast. Ariana Huffington of the Huffington Post got a hold of that, and it exploded. It went huge. Fast forward today, this was 12 years ago, I believe, or something like that, 15 years ago. Today, he has 12 nonprofits all over the world, orphanages, has so many lives transformed, and all the money that people give to those organizations go all to the people, because the administration part is totally covered by corporations, including, he said this, if ever you have to buy a toy for a child, get him a Legos. When I called Legos, they gave me so much Legos for the orphanages. So I'm saying this because a wonderful life is available to all of us. A blessed life is available to all of us. We just have to meet it with an open heart and being awake to what is ours to do. And we might not all be doing this huge thing of 12 nonprofits all over the world, but who knows? You can maybe make the best chocolate chip cookies, like Wally Amos did. Wally Amos, and he was a unity person and became famous with that. Whatever it is, we all have something to give. We all have something to share. And the more we give, the more we receive, and the more we're in the flow. Because when we are selflessly following our calling, giving of ourselves, we forget the poor little me, and we forget our little story. So the invitation today is follow your bliss, follow your bliss, follow your heart. Let go of what is no longer serving you. This is a wonderful time to begin to really reflect, journal. You know, we're in September. What little changes can I make in my life as I renew myself over and over again? And turn on the light, plug myself in every morning through prayer, through meditation, through service, whatever I can do, and shine my light unapologetically That's what we're here for. And I want to close with one of my favorite poems by Rumi, The Guest House. The Guest House. Because, as I said before, we're fully human and fully divine. And so let's bring our divinity into every moment of our human existence. So take these words from Rumi into your hearts as we prepare to go into a time of meditation. This being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness. Some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all, even if they're a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture. Still, treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. And take a breath now, and if you're willing, close your eyes and go to your heart space and give yourself some love. I love and accept myself just as I am. I am grateful for every experience that has brought me to this present moment. I am free from any past resentments. I let them go. Nothing or no one has any power over me. This is a new beginning, a new moment. And here and now, I am willing to count my blessings. I am willing to open my heart to my unique calling and follow it, and to be a presence of good wherever I am. Today, I will shine my light unapologetically and see your heart open and smiling, and take a deep cleansing breath and release anything that may be holding you back as we make room for greater and greater good, for more blessings. I am here to be a blessing. And the more I bless, the more I receive. The more I give, the more I receive. For there is no such thing as separation. I am infinitely connected with all of life. And all is well, and all is good. And take a breath now. Give yourself some more love. I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. And I rejoice in this moment, for it is a wonderful life, and I am here to see the miracle ever present in every moment. And so it is. And whenever you're ready, open your eyes and look around again to the many beautiful expressions. Namaste.
I'd like to have you join me here. So I'll sing it through once so you can get to know it, and then it's a call and response song, so don't worry, it'll be easy. Many of you know it. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. so blessed. I am so grateful. Oh, it didn't work. Okay, let's sing it together. Let's start over. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have, all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. We are so blessed. We are so blessed. We are so blessed. We are so grateful for all that we have. We are so blessed. We are so blessed. We are so grateful. We are so blessed. We'll take it. We are so grateful. We are so blessed. Marlene.
Good morning, everybody. Oh, we've got so many people out here. I just love it. And that Ohm was again, wasn't that lovely? I mean, where we have the ocean of the ohms, it's just so beautiful and in different pitches. Thank you. It was just lovely. I mean, talk about spirit in the middle of everything. I love it. I'm Marley, and I am an advocate of everything we do here. And so I'm here to just say hooray for us and bless us and keep us together so we travel our mission to we don't know where now, but open-hearted, open-mindedness, trusting and surrendering. Yes, that's us, right? Okay, let's start out with our offering. I want to thank all of you who are here, your generous giving. I want to point out the love offering box in the back. And also there are envelopes on the back of the chairs. And you can also give through our website. Remember that when you give to Unity, you're giving to all of Unity, of which we are a part. And we want to keep this extraordinary light shining brightly everywhere. So thank you so very much. And shall we do our affirmation for abundance? Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you so much. Okay, announcements. The first announcement is that the Board of Trustees wants to remind everybody that we have a town hall meeting after this meeting today, after the service. We'll have 15 minutes, and then the town hall meeting will start at 11:15 in here. It'll last about 45 minutes to an hour. And guess what? Everybody's invited, but there's even more. Lunch afterwards in the fellowship hall, and that's a catered lunch by, I think, most of the board members. So I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, the board wants to make clear that you are welcome to their board meetings, and the next one is going to be September 21st, and probably after the town meeting, you'll want to come to that meeting. I mean, just because there's going to be a whole lot of good discussion about stuff. And, but that's going to be the 21st of September here in the fellowship hall at 6 o'clock. Anything you want to add to that, Lou? Oh, and on Zoom also. Absolutely. Very good. Okay. Um, this is West Side Cares because September is one of our 4 months annually that Unity in the Rockies supports West Side Cares. Susan Anderson will provide a little more information on how you can help. As you know, for over 2 years, Beth Pettit Willis has shared Unity's West Side Cares volunteer team. Our deep thanks to Beth for her leadership and for her efforts on behalf of this worthy organization. I'm going to call Susan to the platform because she's got some more details she'd like to share.
Thanks, Marlene. And good morning to everyone. It's good to see you. As Marlene shared, Unity supports West Side Cares 4 times a year. So that's March, June, September, and December. And so this is one of our months. For those of you who don't know much about West Side Cares, it's an interfaith nonprofit collaboration of 24 faith communities on the west side of Colorado Springs, and they provide emergency human services to our neighbors on the west side, so west of I-25. West Side Cares support really comes from the faith communities. It does not receive local, state, or federal support. The only criterion for accessing the services is an individual's or a family's genuine need. I have seen firsthand how grateful the West Side Cares neighbors are for the support they receive there. Last week, I observed a woman who had no shoes come in, and West Side Cares was able to provide her shoes and socks. And I will tell you, it was 90-something degrees out, so think about somebody walking barefoot on the sidewalks. Okay. I also observed a mother come in with a baby who needed diapers and wipes for her baby, and she was able to get that. I also observed a family who had been evicted, and West Side Cares was able to provide support to them. I will tell you, it truly warmed my heart to witness the care that these people received and to know the role that Unity played in that. Unity support during our 4 designated months each year is so critical. Food, clothing, and toiletry donations are greatly appreciated. And for a list of their greatest needs, if you want to visit or click on the link in Thursday's e-blast, you can see the items that they really need right now. You can drop off your items at West Side Cares. Their address is 2808 West Colorado Avenue. They're open Monday through Thursday, 9:30 to 12:30. And if you do that, be sure and tell them you're from Unity because they track the donations that each of the faith communities provides them. Or if you prefer, just bring them to Unity next Sunday and we will get them to West Side Cares. Finally, you can make a donation online at the West Side Cares website. It's westsidecares.org. So thank you so much for your generosity in helping those in need. I will tell you, my heart just opened up to see the care these people receive, and I just hope that your hearts are opening up as well in supporting them. And I think this just fits so perfectly with Elizabeth's message today about J.D. Lewis and how he made such a difference. Just know that you're making a difference as well.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you. Going on with the announcements, we want to talk about or just mention, and I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about these announcements. If there's something that really strikes you, go to the e-blast. And if you don't get the e-blast, please sign up in the back with an usher with your information. And that reminds me, is there anybody here for the first time? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much. Well, thank you so much, and we hope to see you again. September 18th, the High Plains is going to be having their autumn equinox celebration from 2 to 4, and they've asked us to join them. That's today. Okay, there you go. So, so there'll be singing and echoing and drumming and listening and meandering in nature, and you name it, they've got it. But anyway, you're already here after all. You might be ready to do that after we've had our meeting and lunch. What a perfect thing. Let's do the affirmation for the senior minister. We are in the middle of that, and I am very hopeful that we're going to probably have a decision here sooner than later. And I love the fact that this affirmation that we've been saying for months and months and months is coming to fruition. I mean, we can just see it evolve. It's lovely. So do we have the affirmation on there? Thank you. All right, let's say this together. With attitude and originally to demonstrate and attract the highest level of leadership in accordance with cosmic law for Unity Spiritual Center in the Rockies. Yes, yes. And now, would you like to learn more about Unity? We have a presentation, not a presentation, but announcement by Linda Anthony about Unity basics.
Good morning. I'm so happy to be here this morning with all of you. The Unity Basics class began as an opportunity for new Unity students to get their spiritual feet wet. And also, you can refresh your understanding of the Unity teachings. If you've been around for a while and you want to get back in there and refresh your understanding, you can do that as well. It's a 4-week class. It covers the founding of the Unity Movement, affirmations and denials, and much more. It starts next Sunday, September 25th, and runs for 4 weeks through October 16th. And there is a sign-up sheet in the hallway, or you can contact Kayla in the office or contact me to register, or if you have questions. And we do need at least 5 students to sign up for the class to be offered. So I really look forward to seeing you. We are going to be right here in person. We'll start about 15 minutes after the service ends, and we will also be on Zoom so that if you cannot make it here in person, you can also participate on Zoom. Just got to hammer out a few little technical things. So I'm happy to see you all. I'm happy to see anybody new that would really like to jump in with both feet. Thanks.
Thanks, Linda. We are going to have a celebration. Now this isn't the first time you've heard about it, but I figure every week we got to shoot some beautiful energy into each one of us so that we are moving forward in making our celebration of 100 years something we'll never forget, or the community will never forget. I see us as making a difference. And our celebration is going to be open to the community, our community, as well as the Colorado Springs community. So we will have people visiting from other places. And we're going to have a weekend of celebration, inclusivity, creativity, music, fun, dance, whatever you want to do, and food. So don't forget that part. We're going to have food whenever we feel that it's necessary. And we're going to have a truck out in front. We're going to have an ice cream truck. So this is really a fun celebration, and what a beautiful opportunity for us to all begin our reweaving of our community together. We've been apart for a while, so thank you, and I want to make you excited about that. There is a sign-up sheet in the hallway, a beautifully done artistic piece of art that will draw your eye to the community that perhaps you would like to help us with. It doesn't happen just by, again, Tinkerbell's fairy, her little thingamajig. It takes all of us. Okay. We want to invite you to, well, not today, we won't be doing that, but next week in Fellowship Hall, anybody's name who ends in PQRSTUVWXYZ, you're invited and have the privilege of bringing something lovely to share in the Fellowship Hall after service. We also want to remind you of the gardening team. We want to be sure that people are aware of that. And Donna, would you just stand up so people know who the gardening guru is? There you go. Okay, good. And the flowers, she brings flowers. She brings the flowers every week. And if you've been here, you know that those bouquets are extraordinary. So thank you, Donna. Also, bingo. Bingo, request your assistance. And Don Turner, do you have anything you'd like to say about it? Yeah. Come at 11 o'clock on Wednesday morning. It starts and it goes till about 2. Is that what you said? Anybody who's interested, and I've been there a couple of times, and I'll tell you what, it is really fun. Everybody works together and it's a team, right? Thanks, Don. He's the one that you want to talk to. All right. I think that might be all the announcements. Did I leave anything out? Long announcements, but hey, we have lots of stuff to talk about. So I would like to call on Carol Crossley. No, you. Jean Dutton, honey. See, we've got so many beautiful practitioners here. Which one do I get? Okay, come on up, Jean, and please pray us out. Sorry. So sorry.
Let us take this time to be still. Still our mind. Breathe in life. And breathe out, gently releasing thoughts, feelings. And again, breathe in. And release. And go down to the heart area, the center, sacred space of loving silence. At this time, bring to mind anyone that you would like to pray about, family, friends, anyone, anything, any situation, any self in need of prayer, and say their name aloud. The indwelling presence, divine presence, invites us to look beyond any condition or illness and embrace the healing energy that is always available to us Let us say yes to wholeness. Yes to wholeness in mind, body, and affairs. Beloved Holy Spirit, we know we are loved and blessed. And again, we are so grateful that there is only God, and God is in us. And for this, we say, and so it is. Amen and amen.
Thank you, Jean. Jean, will you be the prayer chaplain on duty today for anyone who wants prayer in the room
Yes,
here?
yes.
So if anyone wants prayer, you've seen Jean, you can find her. She would love to pray with you this morning. And on Zoom, remember, you can call the prayer chaplain line anytime you want. They would love to do that, and someone will get back with you. I'm going to ask everyone in the room to stand, and all of you on Zoom, see yourself. Let's use our imaginations. See yourself standing in this circle with us. We're going to make a nice big circle around the center, up those 2 aisles, and see yourself in this circle with us, and feel our warm hands in your warm hands, or cool hands if you're like me. Warm or cool, we don't discriminate between hand temperature, right? And again, we're going to be back here in just a few minutes to do the meeting. But in the meantime, let's close out our beautiful service today. Let the light within you shine. We are all connected. Look into another's eyes. See your light reflected. We are one light, shining souls in harmony. We are one light, shining in unity. Have a blessed week, everyone. Thank you again so much for being here. Zoomies, we love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And we look forward to seeing you. Now, Kayla and Penny, thank you so much for keeping everybody with us on Zoom. Are they going to do, we have the meeting here, so I think people can stay on Zoom, right? And listen to the meeting from there. So just grab some coffee, go grab something to eat, and join us back here in about 15 minutes for the meeting. I think I'm right. Yes, I am right. And everybody in the room here is going to eat after, but the people on Zoom, they can do what they want in their living room, dining room, kitchen, wherever you are. So thank you for staying to join us with the meeting. We'll be back shortly at 11:15.